Yo, it's been a crazy start to the week. We got news. Elon bought more Tesla stock on Friday for the first time since February of 2020, which is sending the stock up today like 5.5%, 6% when I'm making this video. It was up even more in the pre-market. We hit $430 for the first time since, geez, I don't even know how long it's been. So we're going to cover this, guys. We're going to break down the charts, go over Elon, what he's doing, how many shares he bought. And again, it's the first time in years that Elon has bought shares on the open market. Let me clarify that. Open market. Which again, man, this thing is going bananas today. So let's just dive into it. If you guys find value, smash the like button. Feel free to subscribe, follow along for more content. And yeah, let's go over it. So we're up 5.5% after, like I said, we got the news. Elon bought more shares, and the stock is completely breaking out, which honestly it has been. You guys know we've been tracking this thing recently. We called out this triangle. We were looking at it to break at around 360, 365. And man, when we took that level out, this thing has just been in a straight line up. It's up pretty much, 15% in a day or two, or really just 2 days, a little over 2 days, if that. But yeah, this is nuts. Let me pop this article up. Here we go. Man, talk about a timely piece of news as well. That breakout was just starting to form. Does Elon watch my videos, guys? Does Elon watch my videos? I highly doubt it. But man, that it's all about timing. Timing is so big. The breakout started. Elon's been quiet in terms of the negative spotlight. Boom, we come out with this news. It sends the stock to another freaking level. So, and did I mention he bought $1 billion worth? Yeah, I don't know if I said that yet. I might have said it. I don't know if I said it yet. If I didn't say it, I just said it. $1 billion, guys, he bought. So let me scroll down here a little bit. There is Elon himself in Paris in June of 2023. Either way, who gives a crap? Let's zoom in a little bit here. It says Tesla. Again, he bought Tesla for the first time in the open market since February of 2020. Musk bought 2.57 to be exact million shares at various prices Friday, which tallies up to about $1 billion. Could you imagine? Just think for a second, if you logged into your Fidelity or your Schwab or whatever the heck brokerage, your Robinhood, your Moo, your Webull, whatever you use these days, could you imagine just I got $1 billion in my account, I'm gonna buy some shares of a stock? Could you imagine having that kind of money? Insane. And yeah, 2.5 million shares, guys, $1 billion. And we can see here these kinds of purchases are rare overall for Musk, the article says, with him last buying about 200,000 shares worth around $10 million on February 14th, 2020, according to Verity data. And it's his largest purchase ever by value, the purchase that he just made, which is nuts. But yeah, or maybe this purchase was the largest ever. Either way, I guess it's not anymore. But, he bought $10 million in 2020. That's the last time he bought, I guess, on the open market. And he just bought $1 billion worth. Think about the difference there in value. So where I'm going at with this is stocks love it when CEOs put money where their mouth is, when they're buying more stock. Stocks love that when CEOs, the people leading the company, believe in the company, believe in the stock. They're buying more of the stock. It shows confidence. It shows that the future is bright. In other words, there's maybe things could still get rocky, but Elon's one of those guys, man, that people just, they follow him, and if he's buying his own stock, you bet other people are going to follow and buy a bunch more, which is what we're seeing right now. That's the reality. And let's see, what are some analysts saying here? It says analysts are torn on the stock, with the consensus price target on Wall Street calling for about a 20% decline from here, according to TipRanks, though many are optimistic over the long term if Musk can pull off a transformation of the company to focus more on autonomous driving, AI, and robotics. The CEO wants shareholders to approve an investment by Tesla into his latest company, XAI, which we're not going to dive too deeper into that. But yeah, guys, that's the big news. And it's all about investor confidence. This puts a bunch of investor confidence, or it boosts it rather, because again, it's his biggest ever purchase. $1 billion, man. That's a lot of freaking money for the CEO to be buying at once. Even for Elon, the guy, yeah, he's one of the richest in the world. It's him and Ellison. Oracle just went up a bunch. Whatever. If he's the second, the richest, it's still a lot of money. It's still a lot of money, even for an Elon. And man, it sent the stock up. We essentially filled the entire gap. Do you guys remember the gap we were talking about? We filled that. We filled the gap all the way to 420, which was the high from the end of January. And now we're at multi-month highs. And the question is, man, if we break 420 to 425, I would say, the question is, where are we going next? Well, the next gap to fill could be all the way to the highs from the middle of January, being about 445. That's where we could be going. So Tesla, I like the way it looks, man. But for me, I'm staying away at this point. I think it's a bit overbought. I'm fighting the FOMO. Made some money on it, but I'm fighting the FOMO here. You know what I mean? I think we're going to get a pullback. But yeah, at this point, Elon buying more, juice the rally. But I think it is a little frothy in the short term. So keep that in mind. Be careful. If anything, if I was still in it, or if I'm in the stock as a trade, I would be considering locking in some gains. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And let's see now what else is going on here in the market. We do have a lot of movement. We talked about OKLO in a different video today. Chewy's up a lot. Open Doors up a good chunk. DeFi Technologies, which I just bought. I started buying the stock, just on Friday. This one saw a nice pop in the pre-market and aftermarket Friday. Now it's pulled back a little bit, but it's still up 5% on the day. I bought more earlier in the day. So that's one that I'm recently buying. It's a smaller company, about $1 billion. But I think it's promising in the DeFi space. I really like this company. And overall, man, look at this short-term price action. We're starting to break out. We have a golden cross on DEFT. So I like it. I bought more today. I just started buying, like I said, and I'm scaling into it. So I'm adding a little bit, nibbling a little bit to continue adding, over time. Let's see, anything else that's moving big time today, or let's see, anything that pulled back today. Duolingo, man, this stock can't catch a break. Down another 5%, 4.5%, 5% as I'm making this video. Completely in a downtrend. Now we're pretty much at the lows from April. So this could be getting to a point where I might want to buy some. I was eyeing it up a couple months ago, right before earnings. And you guys remember, not even months, weeks ago before earnings. And the stock went crazy all the way to 470. So I was like, I'm not going to buy it now. And I'm glad I didn't, because look, we're down to 290 now. So that's a great example of fighting FOMO. If I was a beginner investor or trader, I could have saw that and I would have been like, oh, I'm going to buy now. If I saw a huge move after earnings, if I just started trading, I would have been like, oh, I'm going to buy now. I'm going to buy the breakout, right? But obviously I've been in the market now for 10 years. So I was like, all right, let me just wait it out, let things settle down a bit, let things cool off. And man, that was a sharp drawdown, and it's been selling off ever since. So now I think Duolingo, maybe I'll do a deeper dive into it, but I think the value is really opening up now. If this thing gets anywhere near the mid-low 200s, I don't want to say I'm going to go all in, but I'll say this and I'll leave it here. I'll start adding a little bit there. That's the plan. If it gets anywhere, even near 250, guys, I might need to throw it into the portfolio. And again, I'll do a deeper dive into it, but that's pretty much it for this video. So, guys, I appreciate you all for tuning in. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in my portfolio updates. I post videos, updates, post every single week there on Patreon, and we're investing money, buying stocks every single week. So if you want to see how I build my real portfolio, that is linked down below on Patreon. Feel free to hit the like button on this video if you guys liked it. Subscribe as well, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Cheers. Have a great rest of your day.